welcome to the stage Miss Grayson Morris.
I decided to do a little internet dating, and my friends were like, "Oh my God, you are a strong, proud woman. You get out there, you get it. You got this." And I was like, yeah, I'm so strong and proud, but then you don't feel like a strong, proud woman when you're doing the internet dating. It's just like alone in the dark in your room at night, just like looking at pictures of just horrible people. And their little photos is them staring into their webcam like, and it's like, what are your interests? And they're like, movies, music, food, beer, you? Ugh. That's not a thing. So, haven't had a lot of luck on the internet dating, but have made a lot of platonic friends, because I'm a chronic platonic. So then I hang out with them platonically, and they tell me about like other dates that they're going on, and I'm like, oh, dating sounds fun. How's that going? So my friend went out with this woman, and she was like, we are gonna have sex, but not tonight, but later. And he was like, okay, I guess that's hot. Later, you know. Only a woman could say that, you know. Couldn't say it if you're a man. Just like, we're gonna have sex, but not tonight, but later. Sounds like a threat. Ugh. So my friend broke up with her boyfriend. She was so sad, and I was like, oh my God, you should try internet dating. There's so many fish out there. You're totally gonna, you'll find someone. So she just goes on there and has this like visceral reaction. She's like, whoa. And I was like, okay, don't even worry. They have different criteria we can search for. We'll just search for what you want. It'll be fine. So she was like, okay, has to be taller than me. Okay, because you're like 5'1". No problem. He has to have a beard. Okay, we live in Asheville. Nobody doesn't have a beard. He has to be chubby. Skinny men are gross. I'm like, okay, he has to be chubby. Type it in. And then she was like, but I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm ready to date. I think maybe I just want to have sex. And I was like, oh, okay. It sounds like you're looking for a fat guy with a beard who'll fuck you. And you're looking for him on the internet. Just, they do have those available. No problem. I had skin cancer, you guys, on my chest right here, and I went to a plastic surgeon to cut it out, and he was like, after I do this surgery, your right breast will be 4 to 5 inches higher than your left breast. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, just imagining my life in the future as like a lopsided breasted woman. And I was like, at least I'll be alive, you know? And I was like, taking this information in, and he's like, oh, I'm just kidding, I got you. Yep. People with cancer are super gullible. Yeah, people with cancer just believe what their doctors say, like at their doctor appointment. That's like a thing. And then he was like giving me my surgery, so I was just like sitting in the chair, just all sad and awake with like a useless paper vest on for no reason. I was like crying a single tear. And he has this tool that cuts and burns, so he's like cutting and burning the cancer out of my chest. And he noticed I was upset, and he was like, oh, does it hurt? And I said, yeah, it's incredibly uncomfortable. He was like, someone's never been through childbirth. Did you just zing me? Like, are you calling me a pussy while you cut and burn the cancer out of my chest? Like, even if you think I'm a pussy, can't you just keep it in your heart? Go home, and you're having dinner with your stupid plastic surgery wife, and you're having like your lobster encrusted steak dinner, and you're like, oh, I just cut cancer out of some pussy today. She's all crying, and his wife's like, oh. They could have this whole moment without me. I didn't need to be there for that. So then they were like, well, you need to get digital imaging for your cancer. We're gonna track your moles and make sure you don't have any more cancer. So I was like, oh my God, digital imaging? That sounds so futuristic and cool. This is gonna be like so much fun. It's gonna be like, they're gonna have a machine, they're gonna have all these like screens like in the air. It's gonna be like the Minority Report, figuring it out. I go in, and it turns out that digital imaging is just a man holding a digital camera in a room all creepy covered in felt. And he's like, I'm gonna go out of the room and you're gonna take your clothes off and I'm gonna come back in and take pictures of you. And I was like, okay, I'm still excited because I've never been photographed nude before. Let's do this thing. Then, when he's taking the pictures, it's just like a creepy, low-budget porn. I'm just like, in all the pictures. And then there's a woman also present in the room who has a stick with my name on the end of it, and she just like stick it into every frame. So she's there too. It's a low-budget porn, guys. It's a low-budget porn. But I'm like, what do you have to do to get that lady's job, you know? It's a sweet job. I used to have a job working with kids in a school, and I was working with 4th graders, and 4th grade is the year that we tell children all the sad truths of the world, right? Via historical fiction. So they're there, I'm like, kids, reading time, let's read this book. And every book goes a little something like this. It's just like, Soft Rain was a Cherokee Indian girl living in western North Carolina. She was 10 years old, just like you. One day, the white people came and forced her from her home, and everyone died of white man's coughing disease. And she had to walk 2,000 miles to Oklahoma, but she was so glad when she got there because she didn't have to walk anymore without shoes. And the kids were like, Miss Morris, why did the white people do that to the people? And I was like, it's a horrible world, guys. Let's read this one, guys. This one's a true one. Let's read this one. Sadeko was a 10-year-old girl living in Hiroshima, Japan. One day, the atom bomb dropped, and everybody's skin fell off. Everybody died, but she didn't die. Sadeko didn't die, but she did get leukemia. But she decided she was going to make 1,000 paper cranes for good luck. So she made the cranes every day. And she made 644 cranes. But she did die of leukemia. She did die of leukemia. But then all the other boys and girls came and they completed the 1,000 cranes. And now she's a symbol of peace and hope in our world. And the kids are like, Miss Morris, why is the world such a horrible place? I don't know, just write your paragraph. Make sure as a topic sentence. They don't pay me to explain the darkness. I was so rich when I had that job because I worked full-time. I was like, I am so rich. I'm a teacher assistant. I am so rich. Look at me go. I was like working full-time. Look at me go. It was very exciting. And I got really into that Fergie song, Glamorous. And I was like, I'm just like Fergie. You know, like, she's glamorous. I'm glamorous. She's rich. I'm rich. Like, we're like soul sisters, you know? I got super into her. And then I was looking at my underwear drawer one day, and I noticed that all my underwear are like gray granny panties with holes in the crotch, but then there's like a period stain around the hole. So I was like, well, this isn't very glamorous, you know? And then I was like, I'm rich, okay? I could go to Target and buy all the Hanes Sorbet six-packs I want. Like, I could do this today. No problem. I got this thing. But then I thought of Fergie. I just thought of Fergie. And I was like, I was reminded of the Nelson Mandela quote when we let our light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. And I was just like, that is what you've done for me, Fergie. You know, I don't have to go to Target. I'm gonna go to the mall and go to the Victoria's Secret, which I've never been to before. So I was like, what do you even wear to the mall? How do you go to it? I go in there, I was just like creeping around. It's like peeking in the store, like, what are they doing in there? You know, and then I went in and I saw everything was just like leopard and lace and like neon with like a heart on the crotch. And I was like, oh my God, this is the most glamorous womanly thing I've ever done. It's just, I know I'm an adult now. So this woman came up to me with a headset, like asking me what I want. And I asked her a question. And she was like, okay, go to the front and go to the panty bar. I was like, panty bar? Like, is that, who thought of that name? But then I was like, oh, okay. You know, because what they did, they have these giant vats of panties. And everyone's just sticking their fingers in there. So I was like, me too. I'm shopping with my new friends. And then I saw this thing I wanted on the wall on a satin coat hanger with a bow, like just this pair of underwear. I was like, I want this one. And I was just kind of like clutching it, like wandering around. I was like, oh, I want this one. And I was like, can you, like, I really want to know if you could try on the panties, but that's probably like weird and gross. But I want to try it on. And so I asked, and it turns out it's not weird and gross, guys. It's okay. You can try on the panties, you just have to try them on over your panties, which my panties were gross, but nobody knew it. No problem. Thank you so much, guys.